Do you have these boring tail lights on your Telluride and you want to switch to these LED tail lights? Well, stay tuned. First, you're going to need some kind of pry tool. These work perfectly. You're also going to need a 10mm socket and ratchet. And you're going to need resistors, 50 watts by 6 ohms. And of course, you're going to need your LED tail lights. I got mine on eBay. So on the lower trim of the Tellurides, the S and the LX models come with these halogen tail lights. Now this is obviously before the swap. They're not very bright. And what bothered me the most was when you hit the tail light, only the bottom light comes on. You see it there. It's just that bottom tail light. Now this is after the swap to the new LED higher trim tail lights. As you can see, you get the whole light lights up. That's before the brake and after the brake applies. Now, obviously the camera doesn't do it justice. In person, it looks phenomenal. It looks way brighter. So that's a before and after. Halogen and the LEDs. Now, let's get into it. There's a little plastic cover right here. As you can see, this is where you use your pry tool. Put it in there, apply a little pressure, and boom, it'll pop right out, exposing your 3 10mm bolts. After removing those bolts, you can access the wire harness. Now this is where you tap into with your resistor. This is the right side. On my model, it was the gray and black wire. Was the positive for the brake, and obviously on the opposite end of that was the black wire, the ground. Now the resistor doesn't matter which way you put it. There's no positive or negative side. As long as you tap into those two wires, it will work. Now as far as where I mounted the resistor, I mounted it on the body directly underneath where the wire harness comes out, as you can see here. And it's a perfect space between the body and the tail light. Fits in perfectly, does not obstruct the tail light at all. So after you tap into those wires and you mount your resistor, as you can see there, 50 watts, 6 ohms. And like I said, the wire was a gray and black, at least on my model. It may be different on yours. And this also should work on other years as well. As long as you buy the appropriate LEDs, I don't see why they wouldn't swap out the same way. The connector fits right in, just plugs right in, and boom, you now have LED tail lights. Now I'm about to show you the left side in a few seconds here. No lights on the dash. Nothing like that. It works like normal. I've had them on there for about a week now and no issues. Now this is the left side, as you can see where I mounted the resistor. And on this side, the wires were, the positive for the brake light was a yellow with an orange line on it. And of course the ground, again, is opposite on the wire harness to the yellow one. You can pause the video, check it out. Very simple. Took about 5 minutes to do. You tap in, and obviously you put the screws back in, and you pop in this plastic piece. Apply a little pressure, and it should pop in. And you're all done. Now, if your wires are different, you would have to test with the multimeter. That's what you see there. You can test your multimeter. You can test the wires. You have somebody apply the brake, and you can see which wire goes up to 12 volts, and that would be your brake light wire that you will tap into in case you have different colors. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to figure that out. And that's it. You're done. Again, this is before. This is the halogen tail light. Blah. Boring. No good. And this is what you'll end up with. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, like the video, share, and peace out. Thanks for watching.